Hi, Zach. Today's lesson is lesson number 79, and we are going to go over systems of equations that have subscripted variables. Okay, this is going to be super fun. It starts on page 323. It's not going to be that long of a lesson, so I think you're really going to enjoy it. Let's start out with this comic, okay? It looks like this lady's talking. She's saying, "Whoa, Mr. Lewis, we don't know what that thing is or where it came from, but after what happened to the dog last week, we advise people not to touch it." And look, it looks like they're just sitting having a cup of tea and they've just like put up with this thing that is just shown up in their living room. And what the heck happened to the dog? It's funny. It's kind of funny. And it's also, I think it says something about human nature because I think it's a little bit true. Anyway, I'm getting too deep now. I've been doing too much math. All right, here we go. Why do we need to know about systems of equations with subscripted variables? Well, this is why. Shh, spoiler alert, okay? Spoiler alert right here, shh. Lesson number 92 is going to have motion word problems. Motion word problems. So woohoo, we have that to look forward to, huh? And instead of using variables like X, Y, and Z, it makes more sense to use different variables that tell you exactly what you're solving the problem for. For example, if we wanted to know the rate of Mike, we might say R with a subscript of M, okay? And that would be rate of Mike. If we wanted to know the rate of Joni, we would do R with a subscript of J. All right, so now let's figure out some of these other ones. Let's say the equation says we want Bud's time, or maybe they give us Bud's time. We could call that time of Bud, T of B. So you could do T sub B or time of B. You could call it either thing, time of B or T sub B. Okay, what about Sadie's time? Time of Sadie or T sub S. All right, this is becoming easy, right? What about the rate of Anne? It would be R sub A, or rate of Anne, R sub A. What about the rate of Pat? R sub P. What about the time of Anne? T sub A. What about the time of Pat? T sub P. All right, we're getting this, right? Yeah. Woohoo! We are getting this. Easy. All right, let's do example 79.1, and I'm going to get this out of the way because this is too distracting for me. They want us to solve for RA. So basically, we're not learning anything new here. They're just changing the way the variables look. You still treat it like an X. This could be like X times Y, right? You still treat it that way, and we do the problem that way. So they give us this equation, R sub A times T sub A plus R sub P T sub P equals 320. And then they give us all this information. So this is going to be useful in problems that come up when you gather a bunch of information, like as part of a science experiment or something like that. And then you have to plug these into an equation because that's basically exactly what we're doing. We take this number, which is the same as R times R sub P, and plug it into here. And then we're going to take 4, which is T sub P, time of Pat, and we're going to plug it right into there. And then T sub A is 3, we're going to plug it in here, and then we just solve for what's left. Easy peasy, right? Let's do it. All right, so R sub A, that's what we're solving for, rate of Anne, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. And then I'm going to put times T sub A. T sub A is 3, so I'm going to put a 3 times 3 plus RP, R sub P is 50, so I'm going to put 50 here, times TP, which is 4, 50 times 4. And then I'm going to move all of this out of the way because it is in the way. And then I'm going to say that's all equal to 320. And then we just solve for rate of Anne. Okay, so R sub A, I'm going to put 3RA because I like it written that way better. 50 times 4 is 200. So plus 200 equals 320. Then what do? I subtract 200, subtract 200. This cancels out, and I'm left with 3RA equals 320 minus 200, which is going to be, let's see, oops, a 0, a 2, and a 1, 120. Okay, then I divide by 3, and I get R of A is equal to 120 divided by 3. 3 goes into 12 4 times, so it's going to be 40. 40. Now, it doesn't tell us any units for this problem, so I don't know. I know it's a rate, so it's going to be like miles per hour or centimeters per second or something that's a rate, but I don't know the units. All right, let's do the next example. And don't worry, nobody's looking at you. Nobody's watching. You can do this. All right, a few scenes from the Stranger Things just to move us along here. All right, this is example 79.2, and we're going to solve, they want us to solve two things now. They want us to solve for TR, and then they also want us to solve for time of T, okay? And then they give us this equation, and they give us all of these variables right here. The interesting one, because R times T is 2, that's what we've done before. R sub R is 10, that's what we've done before. But this one's the interesting one. T sub T is the same as T sub R. So we have to decide what we're going to solve for first. And I'm going to solve for T of R first. And so I'm going to make all the expressions be T of R or some number. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. R sub T. Well, I know that's 2, so I'm going to write a 2 right here, 2 times. Okay, T sub T, I know that's the same as T sub R, so I'm going to change it to T sub R right now. That way, all of the variables will be the same in this problem. Okay, so plus 120 is equal to R sub R right here, and that's going to be equal to 10. So I'm going to put 10 times T sub R, which is the same as T sub T, but I'm going to keep it T sub R because that's what my other variable is. Okay, so now I have 2T sub R plus 120. I'm just going to write it a little bit different, equals 10T sub R. That way I can see that this is a like term and so is that. So I'm going to subtract 2TR from both sides, minus 2TR. That cancels out, and I've got 120 is equal to 10 minus 2, which is 8T sub R. Then I just divide by 8, divide by 8. This cancels out. 120 divided by 8. I need to get my calculator out. 120 divided by 8 is equal to 15. So T sub R is equal to 15. Okay, now they also asked us to solve for T sub T, but they also told us that T sub T is the same as T sub R. So T sub T is also going to be 15. They're both going to be 15. Easy peasy. Okay. All right. Cool. That was cool. Let's do example 79.3. I know you're feeling like this. You want me to get away, right? That's pretty funny. Okay, but no, we got to do this problem. We only have one more after this, so enjoy it while it lasts. Example 79.3, they want us to solve for T sub L and also T sub S. Okay, so which one do we want to solve for first? You know, I'm looking at these variables. They give us numbers for R of L and R of S, but for T of S, they give us this little equation. So I think I'm going to leave the T of L's in, well, what should I do? I could solve for what they do in the book. I'm going to leave the T of L's in there, yeah, and then change this to T of L minus 5. That's what I'll do. All right, so let's start at the beginning. The beginning is R of L, and that's 40. So I'm going to put 40 times T of L is equal to, now RS is going to be 80. So I'm going to put 80 times T of S, but T of S is TL minus 5. Now that has to be in parentheses because you have to multiply 80 by that whole thing. Okay, so it looks like this. Now all my variables are the same, so I can solve for them. I can solve for T of L because that's what I get. Okay, so first things first, let's do the distributive property, multiply that out, okay, by both of those. So we're going to do 40 T of L is equal to 80 T of L minus 80 times 5. What is 80 times 5? 80 times 5 is 400. All right, now let's subtract 80 TL, because I'm not afraid of negative numbers. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not afraid. That cancels out, and I have 40 TL minus 80 TL, so that's going to be negative 40 TL is equal to negative 400. So I'm going to divide by negative 40, divide by negative 40. TL is equal to negative 400 divided by 40, which is just a positive 10. Okay, TL is equal to positive 10. So we found out one of the solutions, but what about the other one? Now, all we have to do is look at this. If they gave us this, and this is true, then we can solve for T of S. So T of S is TL minus 5. All right, so let's take that with us. Let's see, let's copy that. And we'll put it here. T of S is equal to TL minus 5. So T of S is equal to TL, which is 10, minus 5. So T of S is going to be 5. So now I found my two things. I found T of L is 10, T of S is 5. Easy peasy, right? You got a smile on your face now because you can do this. All right, and last example, 79.4. We're going to solve for R of F and R of E. And this is the equation they give us. And these are the variables that they give us. So we're going to solve for R of F, and then we're going to solve for R of E. So let's make everything be R of F first. Okay, so we'll do, R of F times T of F, but T of F is 16, so I'm going to plug that in. Actually, I'm going to do, I like when the numbers first. So 16 times R of F. And then I'm going to put equals R of E, but R of E is this thing, so I'm going to plug that in. RF plus 15. And then T of E is 12, so I'm going to put times 12, but it's 12 times the whole thing. That's why I did the parentheses, and I like to put the numbers out front because that makes more sense to me. So now I've got this. Now this is easy peasy, right? I've got to use the distributive property, multiply this times this, and then this times this. Okay, so here we go. Let's use a different color. 16 times R of F equals 12 R of F plus, what is 12 times 15? So if you can't do that in your head, or you're too tired like me, you get out your calculator and you find out that it's 180. Then we combine like terms, minus 12 R of F, minus 12 R of F. This cancel out. What's 16 minus 12? Is 4 times R of F is equal to 180. So this is going to be easy. What's 180 divided by 4? And you find that R of F is equal to 45. All right, but we're not done. We need to solve the other part of the problem, which was they also wanted to know R of E. R of E. And they told us that R of E is equal to RF plus 15. So this is easy. All we have to do is add 15 to that. So 45 plus 15. And it is going to be 60. Okay, so those are the two answers that they wanted us to figure out. All right, guess what? This is mental, but that is the end of the lesson. Okay, hope you have fun doing your math today, Zach. Love ya. Bye.